Hello, this is Jo from Maths Tutor Me. Today we're doing whole numbers and we're going to do multiplication. So first of all, we're going to be multiplying by multiples of 10. So that can be multiplying by 100, 100,000, 10, any multiple of 10. So multiplying by a multiple of 10, all you have to do is know how many zeros you have that you're multiplying by, and those zeros are going to be added to the number that you're multiplying. So for example, 42 times 100 is going to become 42, and these two zeros I put afterwards, so it becomes 4,200. For B, let's do the same thing. I have 391 times by 100,000. So I just write my 391 and all the zeros from here, the 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I put afterwards. And for C, I'm just multiplying by 10, so that's 1 0 that I need to put onto this number. So it becomes 6, 7, 8, 2, and that 1 0 on the end. D is a little bit different because this isn't just 100, this is 600. So for this kind of question, what you can do is multiply these numbers that are at the front here. So 3 times 6, 3 6s are 18. And both of these numbers have zeros attached to them. So altogether we have 3 zeros in the question. So there will be 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros in your answer. So the answer will be 18,000. All right, let's look at question 2. Use the distributive law to find. Okay, we want to do 5 times 36. So the distributive law means what I can do is I can change that to be 5 times 30, which is the first digit, plus 5 times the 6. Okay, so I'm splitting it into two easier multiplications. So 5 times 30, 5 times 3 is 15 with a 0 on it. And 5 times 6 is 30. And all I have to do is add those together. So 150 plus 30, so I'm adding that into the tens column here. So that's 180. Let's try that again here for my second question on this, using the distributive law. Let's find 7 times 29. So we could change that to be 7 times 20 for my first multiplication, plus 7 times 9. Now 7 times 20, 7 times 2 is 14, and the 0 sits afterwards, plus 7 times 9 is 63. So now to add those together, putting the 6 into this tens column here, that's actually going to make another 100, isn't it? So that's going to become 200, and we still have this 3, 203. Question 3, multiplication. Now, using this style of multiplication, we want to multiply the number on the bottom by each number above it. So 4 times 6 is 24. The 4 from 24 will go down the bottom. The 2 gets put up here next to the 5. Then we multiply 4 times 5, which is 20, and we add this extra 2 that we carried on, so become 22, so that the final answer is 224. Now that's multiplying by a 1-digit number. In B, we want to multiply by a 2-digit number. So we start with the ones digit of the 2-digit number, and we multiply that by each of these. So 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 in the second column here. And 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, now that we've done the ones number, we need to move on to the tens. Because it's a tens number, we need to put down A 0 because everything has been multiplied by 10. It's a tens digit. So let's multiply now. 5 times 9 is 45. Put the 5 down here, and we're going to carry the 4. We'll just cross this one out that we had here before and put the 4 up here. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. And 5 3s are 15. Okay, now we have two numbers there and we need to add them together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. 6 plus 9 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 plus 1 is 6 and a 1. Okay, so that's multiplying by a 2-digit number. So always just remember you have to add this 0 in when you go to multiply the tens digit. Question 4. Gemma bought 4 shirts at $18 each and 3 shorts at $12 each. How much did she spend? Well, altogether the shirts are going to cost 4 times 18. So let's do a multiplication. 4 times 18. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry the 3. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 3 is 7. So $72 on shirts. Then we have the shorts, 3 times 12. Now that is a 3 times table that you hopefully know, a 3 times 12. Or you can do a multiplication if you need to. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 1 is 36. All right, and so we have shirts and we have shorts. The total cost is we want to add those two amounts together. So 72 plus 36. You could write that down in a column for a column addition if you needed to, but this one shouldn't be too bad. We can do 6 plus 2 is 8, and 3 plus 7 is 10. So it's going to be 108, and I need to squeeze my dollar sign in here, $108 for 4 shirts and 3 pairs of shorts. Time for you to have a practice, see if you can remember what we've just learnt. Pause the video and give these questions a go. All right, now let's have a look at the answers. So for 1A, 29 times 10, all we have to do is put that 0 on the end. So 29 with a 0, so 290. For the next one, 418 times by 1,000, 418, and the 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, so 418,000. 200 times 800, let's do the 2 times the 8 to get 16. And we collect up the zeros from both numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be 160,000. Question 2, using the distributive law, we want to find 4 times 73. So that means we can do 4 times 70 plus 4 times 3. Now 4 times 7 is 28 with the 0 extra there on the end. And 4 times 3 is 12. So we just need to add 12 onto the 280 here. So adding this 1 onto this 8 here will give me 292. Done. Question 3, we're multiplying by 1-digit number here. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 9 is 27. And that's all done. Multiplying by a 2-digit number. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5. Add on the 3, we get 8. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay, so let's cross off that 3 so it's not in the way for the next one. Now we want to go to the tens digit. So we always have to put a 0 down first. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 is 3. And 2 times 8 is 16. Now we want to add those two numbers together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 0 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 20,400 is the answer. And finally, question 4. A tomato plant doubled in size every week for 3 weeks. If the plant started at a height of 14 centimeters, how tall was it after 3 weeks? Okay, so it starts at 14 centimeters and it says it doubles in size every week. So we have to double that. To double it, we have to times that by 2. Or you could also say 14 plus 14, which is going to give us 28. Okay, so after 1 week, we have 28 centimeters. For the second week, it has to double in size again. So that means I need to do 28 times 2 again. Now that's a little bit harder multiplication to do, so let's do it as a multiplication going this way. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 1 is 5. Okay, so we're up to 56 centimeters for the second week. We still have a third week to do where it has to double in size again. So now we're at 56, and we have to times that by 2. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10, plus the 1 is 11. So at the end of 3 weeks, it's going to be 112 centimeters. That's a lot of growing for a plant to do in 3 weeks. Must be a very good tomato plant. That's the end of our lesson today. Join me next time for some more work on whole numbers. Bye.